nominations for board president for calendar year 2024.
I nominate Mark Day.
Mr. Bruff nominates Mr. Day.
I'll second it.
Mrs. Azell seconds it. All those in favor? Motion passes. Congratulations, Mr. Day. I'm
Odd about this.
I'm certainly happy to turn that back over to you. Thank you.
Okay. So we've called the meeting to order. At this time, we'd ask for any comments from the audience, and then we'll go back to the nominations. Anybody signed up? Jamie? Nobody signed up? Okay. At this time, we'll open up the nominations for vice president at this time. Mr. Bruff?
I'll nominate Allison to stay on as vice president.
Rodney Bruff nominates Allison Ezell to stay on as vice president.
I'll second.
Motion made by Steve Motsinger, seconded by Becky White. Any other nominations? This time I'd ask for a motion to close the nominations.
I'll make a motion.
Becky White makes the motion to close nominations. Second.
I'll second.
Seconded by Becky Humphrey. All in favor of closing nominations, raise your right hand. Opposed, same sign. Nominations closed. All those in favor for Allison Ezell to be the vice president, raise your right hand. Opposed, same sign. Allison Ezell, vice president, 7-0. Sorry, I confused myself a little bit.
Sorry, Allison, you looked at me like that.
At this time, I'd ask for a motion for a nomination or for a nomination for secretary.
I'll nominate Becky Humphrey.
Rodney Bruff nominates Becky Humphrey,
I'll second.
seconded by Rebecca White. Any other nominations? May I have a motion to close the nominations? Becky White closes the nominations. Second. Seconded by Allison Ezell. All in favor to close the nominations, raise your right hand. Opposed, same sign. Motion to close nominations, 7-0. All in favor for Rebecca Humphrey to remain secretary, raise your right hand. Opposed, same sign. Motion passes 6-0, or 7-0, but I think Becky was typing. She's good. Motion passes 7-0. Okay. We all good? Okay.
Board meeting dates. Okay.
So I would like to remain like we currently are with the second Monday of the month, starting time at 6:30, with location to be determined. Any opposition or discussion to that? We need a motion and a second for that? Okay.
Yeah, you gotta have a motion.
Okay.
Motion.
I'll second it.
Motion made by Rodney Bruff, seconded by Allison Ezell. All in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, same sign. Motion passes 7-0. Okay. Approved minutes of the executive regular session of December 11th, 2023 board meeting.
I'll make a motion.
Ray Opal makes the motion, seconded by Allison Ezell. All in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, same sign. Motion passes 7-0. Approve the agenda.
I'll make a motion.
Allison Ezell makes the motion to approve the agenda, second by Rebecca White. All in favor for approving the agenda, raise your right hand. Opposed, same sign. Motion passes 7-0. Approved claims to date. Ray Opal makes the motion,
I'll second.
seconded by Allison Ezell. All in favor to approve claims to date, raise your right hand. Opposed, same sign. Motion passes 7-0. Approval of personnel and ECA recommendations. I'll read in their entirety. Gary Smith, long-term sub, 5th grade special ed until the end of the school year. Crystal Bowling from sub bus driver to full-time bus driver. Rhonda Vernon from sub bus driver to full-time bus driver. And Samantha Collins, resignation from BSE Cafe. At this time, I'd ask for a motion to approve those personnel
So
changes.
moved.
Steve Motsinger makes the motion, seconded by Rebecca White. All in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, same sign. Motion passes 7-0. Donations, I'll read the donations in their entirety and then approve at the end. Consider approval of the donation to Salem Community Schools from Nelson Asphalt Seal Coating for $1,000. Item 7, consider approval of following donations from Roseanne Quattroke, Art Gives Back, $75 to SHS FFA. B, from Ed Jordan, $150 to SHS Guitar Club for performing at the Transportation Christmas Dinner. 8, consider approval of donation to BSE Mrs. Crystal Michaels' classroom. Her classroom project is called Making Technology Big. Item 9, consider approval of donation to SMS for $200 from Dowling Family Photo for the girls and boys basketball ECA accounts. And that is it. Ask for a motion. Motion made by Rodney Bruff, seconded by Allison Ezell. All in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, same sign. Motion passes 7-0. Action items. Consider establishing a Board of Finance for 2024.
Yes, a copy of the Indiana Code addressing establishment boards of finance has been provided in your materials. There is also a copy of the December 31, 2023 fund report and bank reconciliation. School districts may determine if a board of finance should be established each calendar year. Past practice of Salem Community Schools is to establish a board of finance. The recommendation tonight is to establish a board of finance with the current president and secretary of the Salem Board of School Trustees serving as officers of the Board of Finance. And once that's completed, I'd like to run through a quick report for the board's information.
Okay. I'll make a motion for that.
I'll second.
Motion made by Allison Ezell, seconded by Rodney Bruff, and this is establishing the approving the fund report and the bank reconciliation and the Board of Finance report. All three items. Okay. All in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, same sign. Motion passes 7-0.
The Board of Finance report is available on the electronically or on, and I have a paper copy in front of me. The begins by going over the fiscal indicators provided by the Distressed Unit Appeals Board. And, you know, the Distressed Unit Appeals Board is an organization that was created to help local schools that might be experiencing difficult financial times because of extenuating circumstances. We're fortunate in that this report's going to show we improved in 2023 over 2022, but you know, we still struggle with property tax caps, but we're still there, and we're still finding ways to provide a quality program to our students. The first indicator in the report is the average daily attendance of the school district, and we are trending in a declining position the last several years. But what helps us is the state increases the tuition support per student in each of the state's budget cycles. Right now, this year is a non-budget year, but last year the state provided us a substantial increase to school funding, and that's helps us, even though our enrollment at the moment is declining or trending in a negative position. But we are continuing to manage staffing costs through attrition from staff retirements while exploring creative strategies to attract students to Salem Community Schools. Second category are the fund balances, and we begin with calendar year 2023 and run through 2015 running through 2023. You see in the report that at the end of 2023 we gained $172,000 in the education fund, and we ended the year with a cash balance of $1,075,831.91 in the education fund. In the operations fund, we actually gained $266,000 in 2023, ending 2023 with a cash balance in the operations fund of $358,639.35, which is the best year since 2020. And if you look at what I was discussing earlier, in 2022, the school district did not receive approximately $902,449 in local property taxes from the tax caps. In 2023, what was a little better year, we didn't receive $624,000 $952.24. So going back to calendar year 21, 22, and 23, the 3-year total loss of tax caps was $2,136,786.45. So we have to find ways to be creative to compensate for this challenge that we have. But we were fortunate that this year we were able to end in a more positive position in the operations fund. In the debt service fund, we ended 2023 with a cash balance of $1,600,499, which was an increase of $819,221, attributed somewhat to the late bonding of 2023 when we bonded in the last half of 2023 for the current facility projects we're looking at now. And in the rainy day fund, we're pretty well stable or stagnant. We haven't done much with the rainy day fund the last few years. We're at a cash balance of almost $20,000 in the rainy day fund, and we'll try to remain focused on replenishing that in the future. Our fund balances are stable and strong in 2023. We have a total fund balance in the education fund and the operations fund together of $1,434,471, which is 7.89% of our fund expenditures in calendar year 2023. Tuition support, as I said earlier, the state continues to increase the tuition support. Begin with 2021, tuition support was $6,593 per student. In 2022, it was $6,850 per student, and in 2023, it was $7,357 per student. So even though we decline in enrollment, the increase in tuition support and the careful management of our dollars is keeping us in a stable position, as long as the state keeps giving us more money. And as we go through the general fund, education fund now, compared to salaries and benefits, we are currently with a education fund of $11,364,745. Salaries and benefits account for approximately, in 2023, $9,170,292, or 80.92% of the education fund going toward salaries in the education fund. So we are decreasing the amount of money we are transferring from the education fund to the operations fund because it's based on 15% of our revenue in the education fund. This year, in 2023, I checked it, we transferred 14%. So we shouldn't be getting any phone calls from Indianapolis.
I know you love those phone calls.
No, don't want any of those phone calls. So we and for 2024, we will be transferring up to $155,000 per month, or $1,860,000 is the projection. But we will also track that month to month to see how our revenue is trending and how our expenditures are trending, so that we don't exceed that 15% and make the distressed unit appeals board angry, which we certainly do not want to do that. So, anybody have any questions? So we're declining in enrollment. We're looking for ways to attract students to Salem. We're stable at this point in time, but it's a seesaw, and right now we're in pretty good balance, but we have to keep an eye on it. We got to be careful. We can't get extravagant. We can't lose our minds or anything like that. We just have to keep, going forward as we are in a positive position. And we have good people. We have great staff. We have good teachers. and we want to maintain that environment to the benefit of our families and our students. I think Salem's a good place to be, and we're working to make it stronger. So, if there's no questions, that's the report for the Board of Finance.
Thank you,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Thurston. Appreciate it. Item 11, consider reappointment of Lana Hamilton as the SCS Corporation Treasurer and reappointment of Tracy Stone, SCS Payroll Clerk, as Deputy Treasurer of the SCS Corporation for the 2024 calendar year.
So moved.
Rebecca White makes that motion, seconded by Rodney Bruff. All in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, same sign. Motion passes 7-0. Consider approval to declare equipment useless and obsolete.
Yes, Mr. Jordan's requesting the school board declare 3 vehicles useless and obsolete. These are 2 yellow buses. I guess there's 72 passengers, probably aren't they? Okay, they're both of them are 2006 Bluebird buses with Bluebird chassis. The third unit is a white bus, which is a 2007 Ford chassis with a Collins Ford bus chassis with a Collins chassis. Probably the first white bus that we bought. Or is that your understanding?
That's my understanding.
Okay, all right. And did you want to say anything else about these units?
Unless you all have questions.
Okay, all right. So the recommendation tonight is to declare these units useless and obsolete, and Mr. Jordan will pursue ways to, up till now, we've done auctions, but he may have an idea or two about how to liquidate them in a more lucrative fashion than what we've experienced the last couple rounds.
Take it out to your garage and turn it into a camper.
Not bad at all.
Waiting.
So at this time, I'd ask for a motion to consider approval to declare equipment. Steve Motzinger makes that motion, seconded by Ray Opal. All in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, same sign. Motion passes 7-0. Consider approval of affidavits for payment.
Yes, the Indiana State Board of Accounts recommends the school board approve affidavits for payment prior to submission to U.S. Bank in Louisville. This affidavit for payment be paid from the 2021 construction fund, and the affidavit tonight is for 2 vendors. First is to School Specialty for $33,155.47. It's for the new stage curtain and risers at Brady Shrum Elementary. The second payment is to the Praying Carpenters LLC for $21,000. This is for the repairs and electrical upgrades to the bus garage that were made late November, early December. Nice improvement to the facility as well. And this leaves the 2021 construction fund with a balance of $42,809.25 for expenses that help relieve the operations fund as well. So would recommend approval of the affidavit.
Okay.
I'll make a motion.
Allison Ezell makes the motion, seconded by Becky Humphrey. All in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, same sign. Motion passes 7-0. Consider approval, and I'll go through all these. Consider approval to cancel outdated checks from A, School Nutrition Program, B, Salem Middle School, C, Salem High School, and D, Brady Shrum Elementary. Ray Opal makes the motion, seconded by Allison Ezell. All in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, same sign. Motion passes 7-0. You didn't want to go through each one of those checks individually.
Don't need to,
did you?
no. Not necessary. They'll be in the minutes.
Item 15, consider approval of an overnight field trip to Northeastern High School for the girls basketball team on 12/27 to 12/28/2023 for the holiday basketball tournament.
Yeah, last month, scheduling the tourney changed last minute, making it impractical drive back and forth as originally planned. School board was canvassed and gave verbal approval for the trip to become an overnight event. Tonight, we're asking you for formal approval that will be reflected in the board minutes.
Rebecca White makes the motion, seconded by Allison Ezell. All in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, same sign. Motion passes 7-0. Consider approval of an out-of-state field trip on 1/26/24 to Broadbent Arena, Louisville, Kentucky, for the Corsair Shrine Circus for Mrs. Amanda Sebastian's class.
I'll make a motion.
Allison Ezell makes the motion, seconded by Rodney Bruff. All in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, same sign. Motion passes 7-0. Consider approval to take a remaining inventory that was used for the inventory for the BSE bookstore and transfer to student awards.
I'll make a motion.
Becky Humphrey makes the motion.
I'll second.
Seconded by Rebecca White. Sorry, Ray. All in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, same sign. Motion passes 7-0. Consider approval of amending the school
We're
calendar.
going to defer to Mrs. Myers. unless
We'll
you-
defer to Mrs. Myers for that because I know she's much more educated on the eclipse situation.
Oh,
than
she
you
is,
are.
absolutely, absolutely.
So on April 8th, our Salem Community is in the path of totality for the total solar eclipse of 2024. So the partial eclipse is set to begin at 2 p.m. and then the totality will begin around 3:06 p.m. So it will last approximately 2 minutes, and this is right during our dismissal time. So due to that timing of dismissal, travel, congestion, and safety, it's our recommendation that we move our current snow day, which is scheduled for Friday, April 5th, to Monday, April 8th. And then that way, that would be a day off for our students to enjoy this at their own homes. If this were to become a snow makeup day, we're also recommending or proposing that it be an e-learning day where we would make the assignments asynchronous so they could finish those the night before.
Any discussion?
I'll make a motion.
I think it sounds like a great idea because I think that we're going to have so many people. I think having those, that could be a lot of traffic going on. So that, yeah, very good.
Steve Motzinger makes the most.
Awesome.
Motion, second. Rebecca White, all in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, same sign. Motion passes 7-0. Roar Awards. Mr. Clinton Blankenmaker on hand.
I brought a couple of people tonight for the Roar Awards. I brought Medea Gymnowski and Ashley Dowling. They are members of our parent-teacher organization, but daily they come in and do lunch duties, which I don't know if many have been to a lunch duty at the elementary school, but it is a task all on its own. And they come every day and love on our kids and are with them throughout the day. To answer questions, sometimes to do things, open their milk, and just be there to talk to them. And I thought it needed recognition, and I really appreciate everything that both of you do. It doesn't go unnoticed. There are a lot of people that you are helping out by doing that from day to day, teachers included. And I want to make sure that you're both recognized for Aurora work tonight. So if you want to come on. And Janet has also got you guys some shirts that are coming in too, so there will be a note inside of the cup as well.
Can I get it back?
Okay, absolutely.
Becky wants a picture. Medea? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you, ladies. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys very much for what you do for the elementary school. Greatly appreciate it. Items from staff.
Just want to mention one thing. Probably seen it on Facebook, but the East, West, and Salem were in the competition, like for Salem Lions Talk. So if you see the signs about talking to your kids about underage drinking, snap a picture of it, post it, and put hashtag Salem Lions Talk, because they're giving away, there are 3 different categories. There'll be some pictures of our kids with the signs doing some things, but there's People's Choice Award, there's the most school spirit, and I forget off the top of my head, Ms. Myers, you can look at that.
People's Choice, most school spirit. I think it's
Number.
yes,
Number of
number of posts.
Okay, right, whoever gets
Yes,
that,
thank you.
whoever gets that, the total number of, like, if we have
Most
more
shares.
Salem Lions Talk than there is East and West Washington, then we win that category. So 3 different categories, cash prizes, it's through the prevention and YMCA. So if you see those around or you see those posts, share them, put your hashtag on there. It's Instagram and Facebook. So you know what's going on.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Barton.
I think you already posted one of those, didn't you?
I've posted a couple, yeah. I'm all about winning.
Coming from a Purdue fan.
I already have a crazy idea for the admin building. No worries.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Shubeck. I apologize. Okay.
We'll see you next week.
Oh, gosh. I opened my mouth. Any other staff? Mr. Jordan, get your buses?
I did.
Good deal.
Yes, sir.
Everything good?
Ready to go.
Awesome. Great. Okay.
So I have a bus question real quick. So do all the buses have the same amount that they can carry? I mean, the same seats?
No, ma'am. Some can carry 72, some can carry 78, some can carry 66. But the majority of what we have in the fleet is a 72 passenger fleet, with the exception of the white buses.
So the bus is the same, the seatings just are different?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay,
Plus fun fact.
Yeah.
non-action items? No non-action. New board business? No new board business. Positive praises. We'll start at my right this time.
So I get started. Well, first, positive praise. Thank you to the PTO ladies and anybody who volunteers to come out and help. It takes a lot of time and effort. We did away with the old buses because we got new buses, and Ed's done a great job with facility improvements. We've not talked about that, so he's updated. You know, can you tell us what you've updated down there?
We actually painted the inside of the facility, what we did, had that repainted. We updated some electrical boxes that were outdated way back when this place was first built, that was actually that needed to be done very badly, and they were upgraded and done. Then we moved to on the outside perimeters of the school, or of the bus garage out there, we put a new drainage tile in there to take some of that water, receptacle water that's coming down from there, moved it. We put new gutters up on the outside of the facility out there as well. And then we, with the drainage facility on the west side of the building, we moved it to where the water would all dissipate and go to the back of the building inside that big drain that actually drains under the ground there. So we got quite a bit done.
Yeah, nice work. Appreciate it. As all maintenance guys, Matt and all you guys, that as we go through the process of updating facilities, we're thinking about that kind of stuff, along with the other stuff as well. So thanks for all you guys do. And thanks, ladies, for volunteering at the elementary. And Clinton for recognizing.
Ms. Myers.
Yes, thank you. I did lunch duty every day for 16 years, and it's the most exhausting part of the day. So I know, Medea, I witnessed firsthand how helpful you are, and I will get over again and try to help you ladies out, because that is the time you can make the most connections too. So thank you so much. Gosh, so many things. I'll try to be quick. Shout out to the Guitar Club. We got to enjoy them at several of our events before Christmas break. The transportation dinner. Those bus drivers are the first and last people our students see every day. So it was great that Mr. Jordan thought of a small token of appreciation for them, and I think they really enjoyed themselves. Want to give a shout out to the middle school, especially the English Language Arts Department and all departments. They collaborated together to do a Christmas Carol unit before break, and they invited me over to teach the Fezziwig dance. So I taught the entire school the Fezziwig dance, and they had a dance off. And again, it was just a lot of fun. They're coming up with some really creative ideas through our curriculum mapping. So a lot of fun. Just again, the entire staff got together on our first day back. That was hard for them to do because they really did have a lot to do with grades and records and reports, but they gave a little bit of their time up to meet with me and with Jim McMillan from class, and we were able to talk about student memory and how we can implement better strategies to help our kids remember and learn. Talked about culture and climate. I know the principals even had some takeaways. So again, thank you to the staff for trusting me and giving up a little bit of time that day. Everything's going really, really well. We're excited about the second semester.
Great. Did you partake in the
He did. He stopped over. Oh, the Fezziwig? No, no dancing, but he did stop over the training and learned a few memory lanes.
I don't believe I would be very effective in the school lunchroom, but I certainly appreciate the efforts of the volunteers to work with our children on a day-to-day basis. The amount of patience that it takes, the tolerance, because you know, it's probably they've had to sit still all morning long. You know, isn't that right? You know, they've had to sit still all morning long. Can't move around. You know, they get to the lunchroom and they want to see their friends and they want to talk, and we think they need to sit still in the lunchroom and not move around, but you know, they're anxious to see everyone. So appreciate all the help with that, and appreciate the generosity of our donors. Mrs. Quattro, certainly the Nelsons, very generous donation, and we certainly appreciate that. And we're blessed and fortunate to have patrons who feel they can be generous with us as well. So I will end with that, and I appreciate the opportunity to express my opinion. Thank you.
Allison.
Thank you for agreeing to be president again. You did a great job of leading
I've
us-
already done
leading
it. You
us
don't have
all.
to.
I know, so I know.
already
I'm
done.
just saying you're appreciated, and it's a lot for the amount of phone calls and emails and things, and you're a busy person.
We're gonna have
so.
a nice slow year.
We are. It's going to be a good year. Medea, Ashley, thank you for all you do. I know you have been kicking up to try to get stuff going back with the Jumpstart program, taking your time and being in the lunchroom every day, and really is those point of connections that you get with all the little people and the smiles and hugs and encouragement that you can give. So thank you for volunteering your time to do that. The guitar club, I love that Mr. McCurdy came back to help with that, and I love that that's kind of something that he started, and his passion and seeing that continue with Matt Atkins, and the kids just did a fantastic job. So I heard several people talking about them performing at different things, and I thought they did a really, really good job. We had our new safe room dedications since we met last, and those are just absolutely beautiful facilities, and so just really proud of those. And the band area, I love the band area. They all have their own little like cubbies and the rooms for them to practice in different groups and stuff. And if you haven't gotten a chance to see it, I would highly recommend sometime trying to check it out, because it's impressive. Yeah.
Just a shout out to the Prosser Pride Award recipients, Nate Henry and Sydney Durbin and Robert Heckman. And then also the dentist. This may not be exciting for all the kids, but I think it's exciting that the dentist is coming to the middle school for our students. I think it's a really nice opportunity, and it's for all students. All they have to do is, my understanding is, sign up with the QR code. You can find it on the school website. So, and very simple. Check a box, depending on if you have insurance, if you don't, if you're paid, whatever. It doesn't matter. You can be seen. So I think that is a really, really nice thing for our students. So.
I'm going to say ditto to everything that everybody else has said. But another thing that I thought was pretty awesome for the teachers, coming back that first day back for them and having school, I guess, is always just, kind of is, as a teacher, you never stop learning. So I thought that was pretty awesome to have that day for them. And they're very gracious with their time to give that. And I think that's fantastic. But also I learned last week about this new tracking system that we're going to have for the buses. And Ed, you're getting a lot of attention tonight, but I think that's much needed, because I love that. And I think that as a parent, like if you have a child on the bus and let's say that you're running behind, or if the bus is running behind for whatever reason because of traffic, snow, or a deer crossing, it's nice to have that tracking so you can see where your child's at. And I think I know that's in its early stages, but I think that's just so happy, because I had a child one time, one of my girls, I'm going to tell a story, that fell asleep on the bus. And we couldn't find her. And it was sickening, and the bus driver did not see that she didn't get off, and she was in the very back asleep, and that time was just not good. And of course, she woke up and she didn't see any reason for fuss. But anyway, I think that's such a blessing, and I think also, I know we have right now we have the walkie-talkies or whatever, the where you can call back and forth, which is nice procedure, and that's what they had then. But it's still now that the parents can do their own tracking. I think that's just such a bonus, and I appreciate you bringing that to the table for us. I think that's great. So, and I think we had I think like the open house that we had for both buildings and the safe rooms. What a blessing, and it was great and very impressive. And so just great things. Can't wait for 2024 to see what's around the river bend, I guess, next.
I just want to say that, well, Mark, you did do a great job last year, and kept us well informed and give us calls when need be and everything. And then I'm really proud and gracious to all of our staff. Kim, you've done a wonderful job.
Thank you,
Come
Steve.
in under turmoil and different things happening. You have to. And as far as our teachers, our administrators, custodians, busing, everything about the whole school just seems so much more positive than what I have ever seen it. So just really proud of that.
Okay, first of all, I saw Kim on Wave News, and I thought he did a really good job. We talked about the safer. Did you know you're on Wave News?
I tried to find it, but I couldn't locate it. I wasn't sure I wanted to see it because it was an impromptu interview. And I thought,
You did a fine job.
thank you, appreciate it.
And then on top of that, I'll say I'm glad Mr. Watsinger's doing well. I know he had a procedure over the break, so I'm glad he's doing well. And also, the dedication that Mrs. Phelps gives to the Special Olympic kids, not the kids, adults, because that's basketball, and then she handles them during the track. They go compete in a track meet with other counties. Cities like Columbus and Corydon, they all participate. Floyd County schools. So it takes a lot of dedication to do that, and a lot of time involved with that. So I know how many years she's been doing this, but I think it's been several. So just how dedicated she is to those young men and women. So. And how many people did we have trained for the tutoring? The 13, the CAS.
The OG.
Yeah.
We had all of our IAs trained a 20-hour training. So every instructional assistant at Brady Shrum received 4 days worth of training, and then there were a total of
I think Ted, 10 or 11 total, and then we have another training coming up, 6 hours during a 6-hour training at the end of the
Refresher.
month. It's a refresher course for any that's have already previously been trained.
So
So
we
it's
are
been
ahead on the
Way
new
ahead.
state requirements.
Okay.
We're ahead.
Thanks to them for the time and energy there also. That's okay.
Great. I will echo Ray's discussion about Angela Phipps helping out with Lions Unified. One thing Ray didn't mention that I thought I was going to get through and have one thing, but I didn't. But Angela also awards other students who contribute and just are general good humans. She'll post that on Facebook. So that's good that, first that we have kids that are being good humans, but recognizing them and kind of starting a trend that, and we do have good kids. I don't mean that at all, but when Angela started this program, what's it been, 12 years? Has it been that long?
Good one.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
I may be wrong, but our kids have always been very welcoming, and Salem's always been very welcoming to Special Olympics and Lions Unified and stuff like that. So I'm very proud of that. So, okay. Next regular monthly meeting will be February 12th, 2024. We have a motion to adjourn. Motion made by Rodney Brock, seconded by Rebecca White. All in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, same sign. Meeting adjourned.
So you got along okay?
I do like those white.